I'm sorry.
Hello and welcome everybody back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer. As we carry on our tabletop RPG series of Dark Heresy's first edition stroke second edition, bit of a mix up for the lols, for the equipment, for the loot. In the last episode, our group of Inquisitorial acolytes spent a lot of time, 13 hours or so, trying to find a home, and came up empty handed. With a few more scars, a bruised ego here and there, and the taste of failure on their lips, they returned back to the Emperor's Crown? I think that's what I called it. Have the
Bruce Hart.
the Emperor's Heart. There you go. Yeah, I knew it had Emperor in it. It's fine. Where the group have been paying for accommodation. As they sat round the table and had a drink, had some food, their tech priest made her way down from her work of the day. She had chosen to find honest work.
And I've been making money, unlike them.
Well, we'll see about making money.
Look, you gotta start somewhere.
You certainly do.
Call that making money? If you take off the expenses, you're making like pennies a week.
Yes, but you see, the thing is, you're making 0 a week right now.
No.
This is true. This is true. At the moment, you have all made a loss except from Jenny, who is on the way to making a profit. Technically, she's made a loss at the moment, but at the end of the week, she gets paid. Unlike the rest of you. She went to work in a in a Manufactorum Medicae outpost. A dingy little Medicae spot where she could apply bandages and ointments to the wounds of the Manufactorum workers. Of course, only the cheapest would do. However, Jenny, you return after your hard day's work to the group sat around a table looking beleaguered. Perhaps one of them has raised their leg upon a empty chair to ease the pain.
All in a day's work, I suppose. Is the rest already here, or are they still
Yep,
slumming?
they're all sat round a table, having a drink at the end of the day. They spent 13 hours doing their stuff to get back. You've technically spent a little bit longer. Your day has taken quite a few hours to conclude. So you've probably done a 14-hour day at the moment with your commute there and back.
Where the heck have you been?
I have been pursuing employment with much success, I might add.
Oh? How much you making?
Current rate is 25 thrones a week, but once we establish means of long distance communication, I will be moving to the Middle Hive clinics.
That's not a bad option. Sounds like you had a more productive day than we did.
It
Although we could have
certainly
used your
does.
help.
The other
Really?
this.
I
Go
mean,
on.
I find that I didn't forget my medical training. That's a plus.
Would it be nice to have our resident engine seer with us, though? So you didn't have to remember it.
True.
Just not even dignifying it with a look.
We were looking for places we could stay for less money than here. Primarily no money, so anything we made was profit and found nothing.
I was gonna stop slapping him drinking. I was gonna say, haven't found anything yet, but I didn't fuck up my leg for nothing. We're still gonna find that place.
We'll search again tomorrow.
It just sounds defeated and tired.
Remind me never to take you to a casino.
What? Is the casino floor gonna open up and try to kill me with gravity?
You never know, I'm not used to how hives run their casinos.
Nor am I. Oh.
She's just gonna wave a hand.
Yeah, it's one way to make money, though.
Are you any good at gambling?
I'm just making a suggestion. Don't make me do stuff.
Leon talks. I mean, I can technically read minds. Maybe we could, but no. Going straight for a casino, the bosses might not like us.
Well, actually, now that you bring that up,
Could open up a casino.
you could open a casino, or you can go to the gambling
Eventually.
dens.
Could rob a gambling den.
I'm just like clean it out with weird mutant power.
What do you mean, weird mutant powers?
You know the thing.
Oh?
I actually forgot. Did you guys even mention? Did you guys even mention that you were psychers?
You guys know we're psychos.
Yeah.
I literally just said I can read minds.
Yeah, true.
The first time you met Mordecai, he summoned some flames for you, so...
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, slight quirk from slight quirk from his homeland, or his home planet. Darius isn't a big fan of mutants, so being around two psychers is not a... It's a bit of a... Well done.
Oh,
You're
well.
calling us a
They are
freakish
sanctioned.
mutant.
I know they're sanctioned, but
I
mutants
don't.
are mutants.
I think only one of them is.
No, they're both sanctioned.
No, we
We're
both
both
are.
sanctioned. We're both sanctioned.
Otherwise we'd
So,
have some serious
how
problems
would you?
right now.
So, how would you feel around Ogrins? Because you are a military man. There is the chance.
They would be one of the things that the regiment is kind of like, yeah, don't put us in charge of a regiment, or don't put us in charge of Ogrins, because the enemy's actually
Okay.
not going to shoot them in the back.
No,
You know?
fair enough. No. Bit of information. Yes.
So you don't get battle psychers, you don't get Ogrins, you don't
Nope.
have squats.
That's a
No,
boring
The hell's a
regiment.
squat?
You're gonna catch these hands in a minute.
No beastmen. Sadness.
I didn't ask to be what I am, and I'm sure he didn't either. She... I can't remember. I'm still getting used to who's who now.
She.
She.
Liliana's gonna look like I didn't ask it, but I kind of like it.
Mm,
Helps
Yeah,
me
it's-
better serve the
it's
Almighty
pretty
God.
useful.
The Emperor works in mysterious ways.
that he does. So, less of the we're mutants talk.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this.
It's okay, as we all are.
I mean, it's not nice.
I'm sorry. Liliana. Yeah, it is Liliana. Hey, I got it right.
She's gonna narrow her eyes at you. Okay. Well, no. What should we? I think we should just go to sleep for now and think about what we should do next.
That sounds like a good plan. My legs are killing me.
My legs are killing me. My leg is fucking killing me.
I
Into
just give
that.
you like I just give you that like sly shit-eating grin between friends.
She's gonna narrow her eyes and keep drinking the slurry.
And as the camera zooms out on our group of acolytes bonding over the tales of their previous mission and the failure, they go to sleep. I can't remember if you all took off your days lodging and food for this place.
think
I
we
did, yeah.
I did.
Okay, cool.
Sure I did.
Pretty sure
Pretty
I did.
sure I
with
did.
Leanna.
Yeah. So I'm at
Let me check.
240, so I must have at least done something.
I did. I'm at 235, so
2, 3, I will change that again.
Because it's
then.
2 thrones for accommodation and then at least 2 thrones a day for food. Basically. Is that what I said? Yeah, because you've got to have at least 2 meals a day.
I mean, I spent 15 thrones, so I'm pretty sure 11 of those thrones were food.
Yeah, you've been eating quite well, even though it's quite shit food.
It's still better than recycled shit water.
She doesn't mind the slurry because the slurry is technically what she
Slurry is
would eat in the spaceship. So
Yeah.
So you go to sleep. There don't seem to be any problems during the night. However, some of you may get woken occasionally by distant sounds of gunfire. Very distant. But still
roll our
audible.
D10s.
No,
if
there's
Leanna
no
wakes up to the
D10s
sound
this
of
time.
gunfire, can she make a note of the direction of the gunfire?
You probably wouldn't be able to note where it is. You would definitely know it's not in this area, in this hab block. Given the fact that you're only hearing slight pops in the distance, and you're in a massive concrete box, basically. So, if it was gunfire in this hab block, you would imagine you'd notice it. It wouldn't sound so distant. This really does sound like far in the distance. You could give me a logic test to try and think logically how far would that go if the sound waves were passing through.
Liliana's brain hurts. She's going back to sleep.
You're just you. How often have you heard automatic fire or solid projectile fire within a hive? It's so difficult and it is so distant, and you're not quite sure.
If it's like that, I should probably take a -20 on top of not having logic.
I knew where it was your character, and I knew it would be a logic thing because you've got nothing else to go on other than, and it's the reverberation. If it was in the same hab block, I would have been a little bit more forgiving, but this is just distant, very distant away. But you don't hear anything in your hab block. Everything seems to be quiet, although you do hear the constant to-ing and fro-ing of people on different shifts and going to different areas within Zeta itself. The night passes without a problem. The next morning. No need to roll any dice this morning. It is perfectly safe. You open your doors as sketchily as you like, but there's no one there. The bar girl from the previous episodes and the previous morning again wakes you all up. For those of you who aren't awake, at 8:30, informing you've got half an hour till kick out time.
I go down and just pay for another night and get some slurry.
Sure.
And then just
I'll
wait
do
for
the
the
same.
others.
Scratch. Pay for another
hang on a
night.
second.
There goes another 4 crowns. Boy, thrones in this case.
Nope,
Just
crowns do count as well. Crowns, thrones, There's another word for it, but I can't remember. Guilt.
Liliana will make a point of, as soon as the barmaid brings the slurry packet, she's gonna, excuse me, Liz?
Yeah?
Did you hear gunfire last night?
What, the popping? Well, it's not in... She kind of gives you a little bit of a... kind of a shrug, you know. It wasn't in our hab block. Somewhere, I don't know, maybe by the elevator, maybe further. It might have been up, could have been down.
I'm back.
Tell me, Douglas, what is the most dangerous part of the tab block? Tab block
She
that
kind
actually
of
has...
she kind of squints at you and, well, the most dangerous? Well, I guess it'd be the fighting pit, but that's dangerous just because it's a fighting pit. That's run by one of the gangs. I think it might be the ones who patron this place. It might be a joint thing. I don't really go. She kind of gestures at herself, and it's not really my place, my scene. I mean, anywhere lower is pretty dangerous. I've heard that the other side of the hive is more dangerous, but like I said, I don't really leave Zeta if I can help it.
Thanks for the information, Liz.
I mean, if you really want to ask the enforcers, not the enforcers, the people with weapons, the muscular. Like sometimes there's some big butch men by the brothel, by the elevator, and there are normally some of the girls who have the same clothes as the patrons to this place.
Thank you very much, Liz. And Liliana will hold her hand, and she's gonna place a throne in her hand.
Oh, well, thank you. She takes the throne, quite, like, shocked in... wasn't really expecting to get paid for that information. She gives you a smile, and if I can help you with anything else, I'm more than happy to, but again, I don't really know all that much outside of Zeta.
Oh, you know, you're giving me just enough. Thank you very much, Liz.
She gives you a small bow and a bastardized version of the Aquila. Something much simpler to do whilst you're actually working. When you've got your hands full, you can't do the double Aquila. Probably just something on her chest or one-handed.
Liliana will return the gesture and let her leave. Well then. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to talk to the Poison Kiss if we're gonna have to find a good place in this place.
I was thinking the same. I was trying to
What was
think of anywhere we might have missed last night, but I couldn't.
We certainly did. I certainly did miss having a solid floor yesterday. She rubs her sore leg. Oh well.
Next time
Is
you'll
Jenny
see
here?
it.
Jenny, did you wake up with the rest of the group?
I would, yeah.
So as you go down into the bar, Jenny is sat at a table, probably eating a nutrient pack.
So Jenny, you're going out alone today again?
You do realize I work now, do you?
Yes. Well, have a nice day then, Jenny. You're just gonna look at and then Liliana's gonna start drinking her slurry, and she's just gonna wait for the rest of the group to wake up.
You can start being condescending once you actually start earning, child.
Jesus Christ, Jenny. Remind me to never try to be nice to you ever again. Ooh. And also, Jenny, why are you so... How do I put this? Why are you in such a bad mood already at this hour of the day? So lovely the outside, see? You can even see the sun. Oh wait, we can't, we're inside this...
Any of you have a chronometer? No. So you look up on the at the bar, and there's just this old clock that tells you the time.
Liliana's not even saying by looking at the clock she lived most of her life in space, so technically there is no day or night.
No, so ships simulate day and night. It's so for humans, we're quite funny in that if you take away our day and night ability, at least to know when day and night is, to have lights at a different brightness, it fucks with our minds. We're not meant to go without the day and night cycle. Unless you're... So if you move to like Alaska, you'll find that night, when it's what they have like 3 months of just solid night almost, you'll find that really, really, really disorientating and uncomfortable until your body finally adapts to it. So on most ships in the Imperium, they do have a day-night light routine, just to keep people in the know of, right, it's day and night, or you'll get told the time, so you know where you have to be.
Okay. Then... comment.
Well, so none of you are... I would... So, Liliana, you wouldn't be disorientated by the hive's unnatural light source and the fact that a hive kind of runs 24 hours a day. Much like a ship, in that you have work routine rosters. But... well, no, Jenny would be okay with this. Darius, this might be odd for you, because being a military man, you did get to see sky occasionally. So, you know, being in a hive would be quite disorientating. Ezio, I should imagine, would be also quite disorientated by the... You know, you've had like, what, 3 days of artificial day and night cycles? And more.
Yeah. Neil is going to... I'm thinking Liliana's just gonna wait for everybody to wake up. And as soon as they're ready, she's gonna mention that we should probably go talk to the Poison Kiss.
Yeah. Mordecai's probably going to join you with that. Just try and keep you company, as it were.
Yep.
While waiting for the others.
Sure. So you're all awake. You've all woken up now and walking downstairs to find Jenny, Liliana, Mordecai, sat around a table drinking their slop.
At least the food feels like home.
What are we doing exactly?
Having breakfast.
I take the normal ration.
Sure. I believe you were paying for the one throne variety. Do you all have
Yes.
breakfast? So far, the plan is to go and speak to some members of the Poison Kiss to see if they have any better information. Jenny, you eat your breakfast, and then if you don't want to do anything else, you'll make your way up to the Manufactorum Medicus outpost.
That seems to be the plan.
Sure. So, unless anyone wants to talk the Mechanicus out of going off on her own,
Well,
Then-
we would be more successful with you, Jenny.
I mean, Liliana's not even going to try because Jenny doesn't like Liliana. I just made a few small remarks about the fact that she's, an engineer.
I think we all did.
Where will we meet you again?
This seems to be a prominent meeting spot. I would suggest you try and acquire long-range communications as fast as possible, so I can move up into a bigger earning bracket.
You realise that
Would
We
you
would give-
be so kind to help us with earning set communication devices?
How much leniency do I have with my work?
so technically you're kind of self-employed at the moment, in that the Manufactorum doesn't care too much if you just never turn up again. However, you do have to work a set number of hours to get your pay. So if you skip out on too much work and you don't do extra hours to make up for you skipping out, you may have to work longer at the end of the month. You may have to work an extra 2-3 days before you get paid, make up for the time that you've skipped.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I suppose they won't mind much if I disappear for a day, so long as
Well-
I make up my quota.
You have your servo skull, right?
What do you want of Hector?
Well, can you use it like a remote viewer or anything? You probably can't talk through it, but
No, Hector has no capability of transmitting picked feeds.
oh, okay. Never mind that. That I dig was at the window then.
That would be something you would need to add on later on.
But you do remember that we would have to work together to earn all this money, and if one
I
of us
do.
fails, we all fail. Maybe if
I
you
mean-
helped us, it would be beneficial for all of us.
Well, I think it's currently beneficial for all of us if at least one of us is actually useful right now. How hard it may sound.
As long as Johnny's actually bringing in a little bit of income, it's something at least, while the rest of us work towards something else.
Liliana's gonna look straight into Edz's, go like, "Wow, but Mr. Assassin, I am sorry that we are so useless."
I
I
will
feel like
assist
that.
you on the one condition.
Do tell.
What's that?
I just point at Liliana. She does not utter a word to me.
Wow. She's gonna look at Monica. Could you tell her that if she doesn't want to speak to me, I don't have to speak to her too. So,
Is
I don't
is
mind. But could you also tell her that she's promoted to engineer?
Liliana, do you think that you would? Because you felt quite badly about being called a mutant yesterday.
Yeah,
Would there
that's
not
why I
be
want
some? Would there not be some moment of, huh? I
The thing
really
is,
Am
I
I
think
a
is
bad guy?
And also, Jenny,
Liliana was
you
more.
were there when that whole mutant thing went down, so you know she doesn't like being called a
Yep.
mutant.
Yeah, but
Just-
I'm just trying to sustain a moral high ground right now.
You see, there's just one
Get the
slight
moral high
problem
ground by
that I
calling
don't
her
think
a
it that I don't think it went exactly well for everybody. So maybe people, it would be fine if the other characters didn't know this, but saddened by the fact that she was called a mutant. She was just messing around and joking.
See, at least Mordecai kind of sees the irony of it and has been trying to mend that bridge. But
Leona more pretended to be her than actually was her.
No, it's fine. So, you as a group have had your breakfast. You've decided that that Jenny is going to accompany you for today. You know where some of the poison kiss were located. If you want to go over there to have a few words with them. Oh, I hate your name so much. Ezio. You don't remember seeing any mercenary outposts when you walked around looking for a place to stay, but at the same time, you haven't noticed any like signage around the place. It's not exactly very well laid out down here. So perhaps asking the poison kiss might be more profitable than just wandering and hoping.
Okay, thank you.
So you all make your way out of the Emperor's Heart, and you make your way to where you last saw Poison Kiss members, which is further into Zeta. Takes you about an hour. After walking through the crowds of people coming and going to different manufactorums and different jobs in different areas in this location, you make your way to where you saw the gangster-looking women, the women in thick trench coats and high-heeled boots, clearly hiding concealed weaponry under their jackets. It's quite early as you go through. The hustle and bustle of people makes it quite difficult to make anyone out. Can you all give me, let's say, awareness checks? And with the hustle and bustle, I'll say a -10, as you kind of spend 10 minutes looking around.
It's okay, get the bad rolls out of the way. Ouch!
What was that, sorry? What test?
Awareness.
I'd say for you to re-roll just on the basis that's 100.
No, I just like the idea I see the gerbil and I'm totally transfixed by it again.
You and that goddamn gerbil.
You and your
Awareness
imaginary
-10?
fucking gerbil.
Yeah, -10. So as the hustle and bustle goes by, as people are bashing into you and knocking you to the sides, and some people look malnourished, others look dirty and covered in soot and are making their way up into the manufactorums where they work. Let me see. So, Jenny. Is it just Jenny?
Yes.
No, Jenny and Ezio. Yep, Jenny and Ezio. As you look through the crowd and you try and make out someone, Jenny, you haven't. Oh no, you have seen these individuals before, and they probably would have. The group would have described them to you. So you look into the crowd. And you kind of methodically and logically go through, and well, that's the movement of people and traffic, and they wouldn't be there. They'd be stationed somewhere where the flow of people is less than nothing. And you point out, you can see there's a couple of women there who are dressed exactly the same as the women from the elevator. Ezio, as you look through the crowd, you don't go logically. You're just look to where you would hide or where you would sit to get the best view of all the people coming and going. And you look, and it's exactly the same place as where Carla looks. A nice little corner where there aren't too many people coming and going. There don't seem to be any stalls set up where anyone's selling any goods. And you can see that there's two quite large women, or they appear large in height and stature. You're not sure from here if they are that big, but they have these thick, basically modified trench coats on, great coats rather, that hang a little lower than the traditional great coat that Darius would be used to seeing. One of them has a large green mohawk, and the other has a pink. But as you point this out, yeah, we'll say you. Why not? As you point this out, well, this you utter wanker. Did I not fill out that sheet? No, I've got his filled out. Okay, fine. We'll do it off his sheet. Also, I can't GM roll this. Damn it! These aren't... Warhammer Fantasy character sheets are better. Okay, well, you can all just see this. Okay, so, as you're all knocked and bashed and pushed through the crowd, Ezio and Jenny point out to where the poison kiss seem to be. Oh, sorry, Ezio failed his test. He needed a 35 and rolled a 50. So Ezio, you see nothing. Just Jenny. But Mordecai, an individual bumps into you. Can you roll me 2d10 plus 5?
You're shanked.
Oh dear.
Shame. He's just gonna steal the money.
2d10 plus 5.
Can we roll awareness?
Ooh, boy.
As someone bumps into you, you don't really see what happens. Someone bumps into the other side and you're knocked from one person to the other, and you turn around and you don't know who bumped into you first, and... Okay. Please remove 16 thrones from your person.
That was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I doubt add 16 wounds.
No.
Wait, here's what?
That's
Little
sleight of
worried.
hand, guys. It is technically, it's literally just someone stealing.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, if someone comes up and just shanks him in the kidney. Mine now.
Just cuts a neat circle for the kidney, grabs it and runs off.
That's a rough neighborhood. That's a real rough neighborhood.
Actually, the neighbourhood's quite safe, so it's you know, that was a low amount. Although, oh no, good, it didn't say who it was.
Yeah.
So your Jenny points out that they're the people.
See,
Oh.
with you with us already, we're doing so much better.
Oh, so you think getting mugged is an improvement? All right.
Hey, we don't know yet.
I was about to say, wait, mugged? What?
Well then, let's go talk to them, shall we?
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you, dear. And she's gonna move ahead.
quick pick her pocket now.
Not a good idea.
That would be such a bad roll.
So you make your way over to these women. They appear to be sat smoking low sticks. One of them is looking over the crowd as they move. The other is taking it easy.
Just before she approaches the two women, Lillian is gonna stop, look back, and find a place with their help, or do we want to ask them for work too?
Sorry, what was that?
Do we just want to ask them for a place we can find, or do we want to ask them if they have work for us too?
What?
I mean, I don't think we will get one without the other. That's kinda how these gangs operate.
Lillian's gonna proceed and go back to this woman.
Okay, so you walk up to the woman. You can see now that she actually has some quite high-heeled boots on that appear to be assisting her with her height. She is well built and muscular, and as you come over, making your way through the crowd, well, actually, I suppose I should give her a chance to actually see if he notices you. She does not. So as you make your way over and get her attention, she looks over and, all right, what do you want?
Lillian's gonna put both her hands behind her back and hold one arm with one hand. She's saying, "Hi there, I'm Lillian. I am looking for a place where we can call our own. Me and my friends over there. You know, if you guys could help us, maybe we could help you too."
Did you say you take her hand?
Please say no.
It's okay if you
Please
did.
say yes.
It's okay if you did.
Sorry. I was muted, sorry.
Oh
I
no,
said- I
not
put-
that kind of
I put-
RP.
I put both my arms behind my back. They're like
Ah,
gonna do, and
okay.
I was holding one of my arms with a hand.
Ah, okay. No, fair enough. So she looks at you. You're looking. Would the rest of the group have made themselves known, or would they have been scattered about?
I would have followed him.
Her. Okay, so you step out. She looks at you and she's smiling and she kind of looks you up and down, and then you mention about for me and my friends, and some of the others step out. As her eyes glance over to the others, she immediately grimaces as she sees that you're with a group of men. Plus, well, Jenny obviously is a woman. Actually, no, Jenny's not your normal tech priest. She is quite human in appearance. So,
Yep.
but it's an
But Jenny
odd.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious. Like, the robes are not that big.
It's no, it would make a difference. She kind of grimaces once she sees the men, and well, I'm afraid we won't take you in unless you drop your dead weight there. The one in the robes could come, but yeah, we don't protect men.
Do you have any contacts? Like mercs or something?
They just said they don't like men. I could kind of butt in.
I mean, just because they don't like men doesn't mean they don't have contacts.
Liliana is gonna whisper very, very quietly to this one. Doesn't like people. Also, that's technically not what I was looking for. I was actually looking if I could help you, because come look at you. You're a badass looking woman. I bet you could kill the ass of any of these men behind me. But the thing is, we're trying to kick the asses of some men that are to you. And
This is rather
with that, maybe we could, fair place for us.
I see. I think I understand. No, I don't understand. You want a place to stay, but you want to help us. You want... Just spit it out.
We want a place to stay, please. And we don't know what the rate for it is, so we offered work for it. You know, I do something for you, you do something for me.
We've been staying at the Emperor's Crown?
Heart.
Heart.
I did it.
I
It's
made
okay.
the same mistake you did at the start.
It's fine.
And the lovely staff there mentioned that you might have work going.
Oh. Well. The young girl there. Maybe she got the wrong idea. We own this territory. All of Zeta falls under the Poison Kiss control. Among other areas, but at the moment, this is where you are. The manufactorums that are linked to Hablok Zeta are also allies. She looks at Ezio. It is possible that they have mercenary work, but I don't actually know for certain. Many manufactorums require extra protection, especially those not under the direct protection of, he thinks for a moment, and the metal ones. The Mechanicus. Yes, yes. Don't see many of them down here. And she does tilt her head over to look at Jenny again. And then, kind of goes back to Liliana. If you're looking for somewhere to stay, you already know the Emperor's Heart. If you're looking for territory, she kind of glares at you when she says that. I suggest you move into the Acid Rots territory. You can cause some problems for them as long as it doesn't link back to us at all. You can go down. Of course, we don't want any territory down there, but you will have to keep in mind not to step on the toes of the Wild Wardens. If you cause problems for them, you'll disappear. I've heard they take quite a liking to upper hivers. Apparently they taste quite nice. He gives you a kind of an evil, creepy smile when she says that.
I grin back.
Audibly.
Lillian's gonna put one finger to her mouth and just almost whisper to herself, "Oh, why is she confusing me with an upper hiver? I know it looked good, but come on, look at these garbs."
You would all notice that you are all quite plump compared to the people around you. Even if you are lean in your description, you've been eating healthy food for a long time. Whereas people down here, they are genuinely not skin and bone malnourished, but they are not, well fed at all.
Technically, if Liliana didn't work hard as much as she did, she wouldn't look good. She would probably look spindly. But she has been working out hard her entire life to not look. That's why she looks lean.
It's just clear that you guys are not from down here.
For sure. She's still like, oh.
And if we were to acquire some territory of our own, maybe we could come to some arrangements that would be mutually beneficial. Just asking, kind of questioning, blah, blah, blah. Words are hard.
They are.
Questioningly. There we go.
Well, look, I'll be quite honest with you. You are men. The Poison Kiss is a female gang. We look after women and children. Those men who choose to work in our territory can defend themselves. But of course, if a female relative were to come into some sort of harm, trying to protect them, then we would assist. We do not hate you, we just know that if any men are allowed power or control, they will ultimately beat us down. So if you take territory somewhere away from us, and you wish to send these lovelies to deal with us, then of course, I'm sure something could be worked out, as long as you don't step on our toes, and as long as you are able to provide something of use.
I just look at the others and say, I'm sure we would be able to do something like that.
Is it ulcers you said?
Sorry?
William's gonna say, did you say acid ulcers? What's the name of those dudes? Yet again?
Yeah, the
Sorry,
name.
it's the acid riot, not rot. I had it in my head as acid rot for ages, and then I read what I read, and it was like, no, it's the acid riot. Why have I? So yeah, it's the acid riot.
And on what side of the hive did you say they were? Liliana's gonna clasp both her hands together.
Well, there's an issue there. They are currently have some territories by the elevators, but they were originally from the west side of the hive. But their territory has grown. But we have apparently entered into a ceasefire for the meantime, at the very least. But like I said, if you want to cause them some trouble, by all means, go at it. As long as it doesn't link back to us in any way, I could care less.
Liliana's going, Yang say, anything else? If the group doesn't say anything, she's gonna look for your information. Also, I love your shoes. What's your name?
She
Out
kind
of
of...
character. You sound like a bad pickup.
She kind
What
of
the?
puts her... I was about to try and pick her up. Pick her up. So, as you say that, she kind of turns round, putting her arm over your shoulder. And kind of, she's probably a little bit taller than you, thanks to her boots. But she kind of pulls you down a little and comes close to your ear. And, well, I'm sure if you dropped off the dead weight, you'd make a fine addition to our group. And then you get the uniform as a bonus.
You're another hair like, yes. It could work. Liliana's quite tall. She's 185 and she's still taller than me.
She has got large boots on, which give her...
Okay.
Pretty sure her mohawk alone eclipses you.
Oh,
It-
obviously, but
It's more of the boots, and you would have noticed that even in the corner that they were at, they were taller than the people around them. So these were tall, big women anyway. With the boots, they're kind of a large man height. I didn't actually give them a height, but they are big. It's more so they can see around the crowd for these particular ones. But she probably is that way inclined. She'd probably then whisper into your ear, and it's Tiffany, by the way.
We having breakfast at hers?
then was it pleasure to meet you, Tiffany. Should probably talk later. Need to get rid of this dead weight. And then I think Liliana's gonna try the approach of smile and wave.
Smile away, boys. Smile.
She's gonna try to, slowly back away.
She lets go as you try to perhaps you kneel down a slight bit just to go under her arm and then back away, smiling, and she kind of in that gives you that look of as you try to move out the way.
Before Liliana leaves, she will say, "Liliana, by the way." She's not trying to forcefully leave her. She's just like, okay, now that we're done here, I should probably leave.
Sure. No, she kind of gets that idea, and as you duck under her arm and back away and quickly tell her name and give her a wave, she does watch you as you walk away, you and the group.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, she checks out the group.
And before leaving the area, we'll give her one last look, and then we'll leave. She's gonna look at the others and go, "So, how about we go kill some dead?" I think I just might have found myself a job too. And she will look at Jenny, and then remember she is not supposed to talk to Jenny. Then she's gonna turn away from Jenny.
Hold up. Tiffany turns around and walks back. As she walks into the crowd, because you guys have kind of gone to go melt back into the crowd to go off, you would see that some of the citizens do actually back away from her, particularly the male ones. She makes her way closer to you, and if you're really looking to take care of an issue for us, I suppose, and you're looking for somewhere to call your own, I tell you what, 2 floors down, I believe it was called Communications Array Delta 9. Delta 5? Delta... Somewhere 2 stories down, a communications array, something or other. The acid riots set up an outpost. We're not sure why they're down there, but we were informed if we wanted we could investigate. Well, if you want to cause problems, they are probably the closest, and it would be the least likely that they think that we had anything to do with it.
Sounds promising.
She turns on her heel and gives you a wave and says at the same time, "Perhaps we'll have a drink if you survive."
Oh, I will look forward to it. Lilian will smile and wave back as she's leaving. And look at the rest of the group. Ooh.
You got awfully chubby with her.
What? Hi. She's gonna look at Jenny and say, I mean, she's the only other female I met that is nice to me other than Liz. Then she's
Well, I
gonna
guess-
look at Then she's gonna look at Jenny and she's gonna say something. She's like, Darius, could you ask the ours? Is she a sister or is she a brother of the mechanic? Because I really never know.
Who was that you said that to, sorry?
To Darius. Or Mordecai.
What's up? Sorry, I'm only back now.
Mordecai
Oh, I
would
have
just,
asked that to Mordecai then.
Mordecai would just say, did you hear that, Jenny?
I did.
It's an interesting question. Useful so we don't disrespect you anymore.
Sister. It's sister.
What did I miss when we tried to leave from the gang member?
Tiffany just gave us the location of a communications array 2 floors down. Communications array is Zelta 9.
Oh,
We
okay.
go down there, kill the acid dudes, and take over. It would be good for them. The poison kiss.
So I have to go down there and take over for the poison kiss.
Oh yeah.
No, they don't want it. If you take it, no. They were asked to investigate it if they had the time. She's just telling you, yeah, they're down there. If you want to kick the shit out of them and take their base, it saves us some trouble. They wouldn't actually go down there and fight them because it would cause trouble because they've got a ceasefire going on.
Where is it?
Two levels down.
Here.
Right on the edge, right next to where we fell through. Actually, I fell through the floor.
No, you didn't fall that far. Remember, each block is a city block in itself.
No,
So
I mean,
you only fell through
this
the
region.
house, the floor in the building.
I know what I meant is it's next to the place where they had the building where I fell.
Ah, yes, sorry.
Details, but when I was like, let's go. Finally, action.
By all means, if you want to head straight down there, you can. It is completely possible.
Oh, we got the rest of the group. Or do you guys want to do something else first? I don't know. I do tend to impose myself sometimes, but it's just I'm looking for fun.
I don't like being called, dead weight. Eager to prove it that I'm not. I say we go right down.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
I concur.
Jenny, are you okay with that?
Yes, let us see what this excursion brings.
If we kick them out, we can help you set up your medical center.
Yeah.
I do not need help setting up something that is already set up.
You see, Brother Assassin, the fact that she's actually getting a job in the Middle Hive might actually be very, very good for us, because that would mean she could get us contacts in the Middle Hive, and that is very smart. That's a very smart thing for us to think for the future.
That's indeed true.
Though, of course, I can't say to her that she's smart because she doesn't want me talking to her, so
I just shake my head at childish behavior.
Well, it is a communications array. Maybe we can find some stuff there so we can still talk to you whilst you're leaving us behind in the dust.
Would you be so kind to potentially repair the array so we can contact you?
Ooh.
If such an array can be acquired, yes.
Thank you.
We could become Time Warner. Sorry.
Could be Time Warner, you said?
It's another character joke. Because Time Warner doesn't exist in 40k.
Oh,
They can-
God.
Okay, so you all decide that, you know, we might as well move whilst the iron is hot, and set off down into the underhive. Well, through the lower hive and as close as you've had to get to the underhive so far. It takes you a couple of hours. But after a couple of hours, you reach the floor where you were pointed out by Tiffany. That was a possible location, and you set about searching the place. You know what? I'll give it to you. It takes you about half an hour, 45 minutes, but you find the location that you were told about. Can everyone give me a awareness check as you approach the area?
Nope. Okay. My mind for some reason just went to Warhammer Fantasy, where that's my
Flat?
actual macro.
Flat.
Yes, 12 flat for the moment.
Okay.
That better roll.
Prepare to roll
Yeet.
dodge.
God damn it.
God damn.
Let's have a look, because it sounded like some bad stuff happened. So,
I'm the
Ezio,
only one who succeeded.
you look around, and as everyone else begins to look around the area, they look in clearly the wrong areas. They're checking windows, they're checking high, low, and you look firstly at the floor. And you can see that around here, it's clear that people have been moving junk and detritus out of the way, trying to clear a path. And it looks as if there is foot traffic going in and out. You can't tell how many people. You see a footprint here and there in the dust and just rot and grime that's on the floor. In the area itself, it seems that this was once some sort of scientific area. You're not quite sure because the destruction down here is just gone on for so long. But you would note, all point out that there appears to be condensation on the concrete, on the plasteel concrete down here. And Jenny, as you look about, you would have noticed that there do seem to be a lot of smashed technology around here. You're not quite sure if it's still in repair. You see an awful lot of rust about. And as you see this area, I mean, Jenny, you don't notice anything about the entrance because you're looking at all the different cables and power connectors and different sizes of cables and conduits. And this area once, long ago, may have been something technological. And you do see in, would it be low Gothic? Actually, it probably would be in High Gothic. How many of you can speak High? How would she have known it was the communications array?
Don't have High Gothic.
Oh, Mordecai!
Hmm?
You have High Gothic?
No, I do not.
So I'm gonna give it that it's
yeah.
written in like a bastardized Low Gothic, just to make sense, because obviously hives are quite old. So you can read it. Does you kind of read it out like as if you were dyslexic, and it doesn't quite say communications array, but it does say it's close. But Jenny would confirm after seeing all the electrical cables that something's around here. Oh look, another person has been born. Never mind. Yes, it's up to you, Ezio, if you inform the group, but you do see foot traffic and movement of the area.
There seems to be people milling about here. I advise caution. And let's proceed carefully. And with that, I draw my weapon.
Mordecai just looks to the others and go, is he being a bit too eager with that, or do you think we should?
The fact he's drawn his weapon, it looks like he's trying to start a fight, means they're going to start a fight, which means we're going to have to draw our weapons anyway. It's a vicious cycle.
I mean, Sir Assassin is Sir Assassin. He probably does like fighting more than anything. So, he's probably eager.
They give you a bit more sneaky about it, though.
Yeah, I'd hoped so too, but let's go catch him before he goes too far and gets into trouble he can't get himself out of.
Boy, I'm not stupid, you know.
I should have. Joking.
I am sure.
I'm going to just draw my sword and follow.
And then he's gonna draw a saber.
I'm gonna take out the pistol.
Actually, how many people are around this place? Is it a hooded area, or are there, people all around us? Like,
As in
usually
humans around. There's probably, that you can see. There's probably about 7 or 8. But you are going into so think of it as like a sci-fi fantasy research area where you're going through like a tunnel. Once you enter the communications area, you're going through a tunnel. So there would have once been security doors that would rise up and down. You can see that they're long since out of repair. But it leads down into a tunnel where the communications array might be. So there wouldn't be, the only people in there would be bad guys.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Good to know. No witnesses.
Precisely.
And then I'm the eager one.
Well, we're gonna scare you guys.
Just a little bit.
Getting scared with the psychic shin on the guns. You can tell I'm very scared because I can't even pronounce words correctly now.
As we go in.
Do I see any enemies when I approach the tunnel?
You don't see any enemies as you approach the tunnel. And we bring you over to the map.
Oh dear.
Although it may be a map of darkness because I may, just maybe, have not illuminated your path yet.
We've got a little bit.
There's a tiny corridor here.
Yeah. We've got like a T shape here.
Ah, then that is where you must set up. Although I can't find it on the Soon Raccoons. There it is.
Oh dear
There it
lord,
is.
how big are we?
By 4.
We're chunking.
We're big boys.
Oh lord, we coming.
I think we're a bit too big. Yeah.
You would note that as you enter,
Squeeze.
this area is very, very very tight for you all to get through. It's meant to be like that.
Why is it just me, Albi, and Hector, the ones with the health bars?
No, I have one as well.
I mean, I have one as well.
Oh, Liara does, okay.
Just Jenny just doesn't.
Although
Mine-
I will add,
mine
Mordecai's is not showing up for the stream or for the Sunraku,
Oh, is it
so
not?
I may need to add that token in again later.
Yeah, you can do it now if you want. I can remove mine.
No, it's quite alright. I'll add it on. I'll do it after the stream. Because amazingly, I forgot to add weapons to the. I did everything else, but I didn't add weapons, so I was quickly just adding on some weapons onto the characters. Although I did do it for the stronger ones, which kind of makes me a little bit worried. I was like, okay, go from the strongest down. So it's okay.
So, heavy bolter, heavy stubber.
Oh, if only. If only. Although
Multi-laser.
no, that should be fine. That should be fine.
Get the multi-lasers out of here. No more of those.
Multi-melters.
What's the name of that cannon? The cannon one that you can carry.
The
Oh, the Devastator Squad one.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember, but it's. Is it a las cannon? Is it just?
the las cannon.
Yeah,
There's a las
las
cannon.
Well, I don't think it's the last cannon though. I think it was something's carrier.
Oh, do you mean the what do you call it? Feckin'.
It's like a light tank gun, but you carry it on hand.
No, Devastators carry las cannons, so.
Yeah, las cannon that's what it would be. It's either a las cannon, a multi-laser, a plasma cannon. No, they don't have. Hang on, Space Marines do get plasma cannons, don't they? Yeah, the shield,
Yeah.
the thing of Caliban from Death Watch.
What about the Ripper gun? The one from Orbans. It's the full auto shotgun.
No, none what I was remembering. I don't know.
I tell you what, whilst you have a quick think about that, I'm gonna have a power pee because I've drunk too much tea. So I'll be right back.
And I'm gonna get.
There's never such thing as too much tea.
You're British, goddammit.
Fake Brit!
I'll be right back. I'll be right back too.
Oh damn it, everyone's left. I only have to take the dog out to go wee. Pretty sure the stream didn't want to hear that. Oh well. Ooh. Someone's already made a.
Right. So, are you in the order that you want to proceed in?
Everyone just left to get drinks or pee.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
Apart from Albi and Jazita, I don't know what they did.
No, that's quite alright. I will make sure I ask everyone before I get them to roll initiative. I'm also going, if you see white bits, only because I'm trying to give you a little bit more room. And yes, this map was perhaps built not thinking in mind of how large you all were. It was close, you know, 4 of you can fit in just one square of the... They're just duplicated tiles. So,
Oh, pardon me. Does anyone have a 3D printer?
No.
I have access to one.
I
Why?
wish I did.
I kind of want to print off this model. I'll throw it in calculator.
Getty, I do know a friend of mine from university that has one, but we're technically in Brazil.
Postage might be a tad.
Yeah.
It's probably cheaper, but just
I'm pretty sure I can go to my uni and just try and use them while theirs. My old uni, I should say.
Just get a mate who still goes there to do to do it. This is for a
I
project.
see
I
some
promise.
issues here.
It's for a project, I swear.
Yeah.
So, is everyone back at the minute, or are we still missing a Jazina?
I'm
I
back
never
with
left.
both lemon cake and water.
So, you bastard. Would you like to put your tokens in the position that they would like to be in? You can all see that there appears to be a locked door down to your south, and that the corridor does appear to go around to the right, up north.
We came from here, down there, it's locked, and the only way is up?
No, down there's a door. You don't know if it's locked or not. And then up, you think that you can probably carry on going up if you wish.
I'm gonna
Let's say
be
we-
in the middle then.
Should we check the door?
After character was the skill for locking a door, picking a door.
It is security for any door of technological standing. If it's a primitive door, it is the one that I use to steal money off of
Sleight of hand.
sleight of hand.
Sleight
That's
of
the
hand.
one.
Mordecai will remember this when he finds out.
So Jenny,
Any thieves in the party?
would you all give me an awareness check, or you can just take 10 minutes to look round this area?
Getting all my
I'm
bad
gonna
rolls out the
fail.
way.
Oh,
Yeah.
close. So close.
Son of a...
Fucking
Better now than
Another fucking pickpocket!
Yo, for the love of Christ, please use one of your fate points because we refresh one each session. I don't want you to accidentally fire off your bazooka and alert the entire facility.
I don't have a bazooka.
now is a very good time to use your fate.
So no one notices. The door appears to be locked, so the only way you have to go is to go north. Is to just keep going north. So you can all move your tokens freely to where you can see. We are kind of in just a story time moment at the moment. So basically move as your paranoia determines.
I'm assuming we're moving as a group as well.
Ah! Drugs!
Eat them.
It's a piece of
Oh.
rubble.
Jenny,
So-
you're falling behind.
Jenny.
The little mechanical legs can't keep up.
Hector is just reporting a proximity alert.
Those are biological, you bastard.
Hey, I'm not looking at your legs.
Oh,
You're showing
sorry.
a bit of ankle today.
So, as you come along the corridor, you can see that there are more doors. They appear to be locked. If you'd like to try them, you can, by all means. You're kind of moving along in a manner which would allow you to at least see that there are doors, and if you want to check them, you can.
Monaco would probably come up to this one with Darius and like motion to it to see if he wanted to check it with him.
I ask for Liliana to watch my back.
Okay. She'll
If
move.
you want to open a door, security.
Oh, God.
That's not gonna go well for me.
Do I get a bonus if I take my time?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
So,
I,
Ezio, as you go over to the door, this is a large, you imagine that perhaps it was a blast door or a security door of some description. You're not entirely sure. It just seems well built. And as you start poking around on the data pad that's there, you're not entirely sure if it's still got power or what's going on, but you kind of start tapping away and pushing buttons, and you start jabbing at the buttons a little bit harder, and is it even working? I mean, is anything? And you jab your finger into a button. Roll me 1d10 plus 1. No, how much power would be down here? No, a 1d10. I think we'll just leave it up to Nuffle for this one.
Oh dear.
Oh boy. Ouch.
You take 8 electrical damage, energy damage, as you jab your finger in and your finger goes into the button slot and you start shaking and jolting. Your armor doesn't count if you had any armor, but your toughness does count.
Medic!
The assassin, are you okay?
Jenny, there is power down here.
That looked painful.
It is. Please patch me up.
I don't think you should, keep touching those thingies. They don't look safe.
I
You should
know.
not stick your appendages into power sockets. That is ill-advised to non-augmented.
It was a button though. Look. And I point at the button, I press my finger in.
Is it definitely just actually a power socket? He jabbed his finger.
No,
into?
no. It is a data pad. It's a pad combination that he just poked his finger through. Like the 3 button is now missing. There's a hole that leads into it. Like Jenny turns her head and she can see that there's like mechanical, electrical components behind.
You know what? I'm not gonna keep trying to poke whatever those are. I think we should just keep moving the hallway, unless you guys could ask Miss Jenny to open one of these doors.
Jenny, could you open one of these doors? Maybe Hector could.
Or could you patch me
Hector
up first,
is
please?
a medical specialist, not electronical. However, I can attempt breaching security.
Thank you.
And my boar meat.
I was gonna step away from him just in case he touches another thing and it blows up.
So, what's the role? Security modifiers?
It is security. As a tech priest, I will give you a +10.
Nada.
You fail to open the door. It's too old. It's too rusted. There's quite a lot of condensation on the walls, which you do find a little suspicious. But at the same time, it's understandable down here. But no, you don't seem to be able to get this door open. But at the same time, you're not entirely sure as if this door was meant to be opened. There's a security protocol in there which you're pretty sure is like an airlock. But as you start poking around, and you are a mechanicus, so I'll give you the fact that you find a data port jack where you can connect, and you can go through the code, and you can see why the door was closed. It's a security door, security reasons. It's not giving you a massive influx of data. It's not the security cogitator for the area, but you get a rough idea. Right, this was a security door that shut for security reasons. Okay, maybe I shouldn't poke around with this one.
Further tampering with this panel seems ill-advised.
I've noticed.
Let us move forward.
Do you not want to patch mob a little?
Dis, are we
Yep.
unmuted on the stream?
Everyone talk.
Oh,
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Nope, I can hear you all from my phone.
You
Okay.
know, stop giving us this a heart attack, dude.
The thing is, I've been checking everything more often, so I am on it this time. But there are still times when I'm like, huh, let me just double check that something hasn't, like, I haven't accidentally hit a mute key that doesn't exist anymore.
Just making sure after our mini break a couple of minutes ago.
So fortunately, I managed to get push to talk to work on OBS. It's really bullshit what you have to do, but you have to accept. Never mind. So it now works, so I can just push a button and talk, and then no one can hear me like my rollies when I need to smoke.
Neat. Right.
Um,
Do we go up or down?
I'm just gonna look this way. I'm gonna look that way. Please, no more doors.
Unfortunately, as you move up towards the darkness, you can see that down this way is another door. There appears to be a lot of rubble that's collapsed around the door. This is the concrete, the plasteel concrete around the side has kind of collapsed in over time. The door looks like maybe you could get it open, but the rubble around kind of tells you that might not be the best idea.
Ooh, stairs.
Yes, we're going down.
I'm definitely keeping sure my pistol is out. Although it doesn't benefit from anything. It doesn't benefit from aim because you know like
Okay, so you make your way further down. You can see that there is yet another door that has more rubble next to it. It doesn't appear to be like the last door, one that can be accessed. As you get a better look, you can see that the rubble has actually fallen in and smashed the keypad.
ooh shit. Okay.
You would also note along here that appears to be less movement within the dirt and the detritus around the area, but there is still some. Ezio would at least be able to say, no, there's definitely some movement, and you can see the odd footprint here and there, and as if someone has dragged something through.
What on earth happened here?
We're about to find out, I think. Where do we go?
We're just leaving two of our team far behind right now.
Well, one is a range specialist, the other is a deck priestess, who's a medic. So. Ooh,
Don't need
that-
an entrance here.
You make your way further, leaving one of your member
Sorry.
even further behind.
I'm sorry, I need to juggle several tabs
Yeah, no, it's
right
okay,
now.
dude.
It's fine.
You make your way further and further along. Darius runs! Runs!
Runs all over the place.
I went back to get Jenny, but Jenny already moved up, so I ran back. God damn it! That's twice that's happened now.
Did we just go around in a circle?
We did.
Okay. Can everyone roll me awareness?
Any bonuses? Or...
Let me find out. Hang on, just one second. Would there be No, but there's no negatives either.
Can I
Oh,
roll
I was
Sinus?
one away. Fuck you, game.
Can I roll
Go-
Sinus at the same time?
Sure.
Try this out.
I think we all feel that.
I'll
no.
give Jenny the I'll give it to Jenny
is
that
this-
she's behind Darius.
Is this to avoid being surprised? Because if so, I get a free reroll on that.
Then you
because
do
divination.
indeed get to re-roll.
I mean, at least I passed my Sinisians test.
Alas.
So, as you all come round the corner, Darius, I will give you a chance. It was one off. The God Emperor does assist those who sometimes require it, and you're low level. You can give me a dive for cover if you want to grab the other two and yank them back. Rather than your normal plus 10, which you would get, you just do it flat.
So that's athletics for dodge, or
That's I believe, is a dodge. Dive for cover is a dodge, and normally you'd get a plus
Shit.
10.
well, that's Sorry, guys.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. Sadly. So, let me do this now. He can't aim with it, even though he was technically aiming with it. It's standard range. Hang on, let me just double check. It is standard range. Oh. No, short range is under halves and standard is the exact number. So yeah, it's standard. And he has to shoot full auto.
Oh dear.
He has the same pistol as I do.
Hey.
Can I dodge?
You're surprised.
No, you can't dodge because you're surprised. So, with 2 degrees of success, shots are fired madly down the corridor.
Success.
Wrong way around.
Oh no, sorry. 2 degrees of failure. Shots are fired all around as all of you go from cautiously making your way down, checking doors, to a hail of gunfire, shooting all over the corridor. Everyone, please select your tokens and roll initiative.
Do I roll initiative for Hector as well?
Yes, you do indeed.
Wow.
You can
So did
always
we
spend
regain any fate between sessions?
1 fate point every session.
Okay, so I have 2. Where is the agility initiative?
This is like the exact opposite of what I get with Ragnar. And it's horrific.
Waldo, you're suddenly very distant.
That would be because I moved my mic not enough.
Wow, no, Hector is faster than I am.
Oh,
Just
I
like-
love that this doesn't add on the agility bonus, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it for this time and this time only. So, has everyone rolled? Then
Yes.
descending. So you'll see at the very bottom someone has rolled a 1 and got a 1. In fact, I've got 1, 2, and 3. Marvellous.
I'm the best. Whee!
Marvellous.
Jenny,
So-
you're on a
Where
date.
was that in the fantasy combat?
At least the fantasy combat gives them 50. So it's like, okay, cool.
Wait, no, that's not right. I shouldn't be on 10.
I think
Oh,
you
I,
had
s-
Jenny's
I still had
icon selected.
I still had both tokens selected. So Jenny should be on 7 and Hector should be on 10.
Can you add Hector to the sheet?
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
gonna
actually,
roll
bollocks.
initiative again.
Sorry,
Just-
can you add them both? Because I only had 1 Jenny. It didn't add Jenny twice. Or can I do it?
Oh, okay. So
Oh no,
just
add turn.
reroll
No,
once.
don't worry. I can do it. For just add Hector's one.
Okay.
You guys, I think, should be able to edit your own initiative, just not others.
Or Hector should be on
Yeah.
10. Yeah. Now
Yeah, there you go.
everything is fine.
I mean, Hector can go before me and take their shot gladly.
Take it shot. Hector doesn't have a weapon.
No, I mean take their the
Oh, I get you now.
Hector the Servo Skull. Go do your thing, boy.
Hector the Server Skull. Hector the Server Skull.
I'll just say Hector to stay by my side, because that's really all he can do.
Sure, he can actually spot enemies. You need to remember, he's got a -30 to being shot, and he's autonomous. He can call out enemies. If you want, he can just sit by your side, because if he dies, it's going to be heartbreaking.
I'm rather conservative with him.
Sure, he stays by your side. Mordecai, you're up.
Right, I'm gonna.
Hang on, Jenny, did you not heal Ezio?
No, she didn't.
I
No.
did not.
I pointed it out to you guys, and you said no.
Whoops.
I will allow this. I will allow this once because you did have time, and I know you have got other things on your mind. Roll a heal test for Ezio.
Staple his finger back together.
This is going to be without Hector, though. And I do not yet have Superior Chirurgeon, so this is flat. What you see is what you get, and you get fucking uber healed. You get an uber charge.
What's that? 6 degrees? 7 degrees of success?
7 degrees plus
Damn.
intelligence.
7 degrees plus 4, so
Technically, you could roll a 1d2 to find out if it's a crit, but nah, he doesn't need any more. You're fully healed. So yes, Mordecai,
Thank
you
you
just
very
move
much.
Yeah, I just moved up, and because I know we were more or less alone down here, I'm going to cast spontaneous combustion, or attempt to.
Out of character, do we know he's a psychic?
Yes.
Yeah, you all know I'm a psych. I'm doing this at Psi Power 1.
Come on, doubles! Ah, motherfucker, nearly.
Yeah.
Sure. So,
which-
spontaneous combustion. I believe I get an agility test to avoid that. Is that right?
I think so. I know you have to make an agility test to avoid getting set on fire as well. So if you want to roll them into the same thing.
Yep. No, I will do 2 agility tests. 1. So he fails the first one, and he fails the second one. So he is on fire.
Alright, and damage is 1d10 plus 2 times my psi rating and cast at. Pen 0. He takes 9 energy damage.
Okay, so he takes 9 energy damage to the chest, because I believe... Oh no, psychic powers do actually get aimed, so it was to the 13, which I believe is body. No, right arm. So he takes 9 damage to the right arm. These guys...
No, it was 0, 1 because I rolled a 10. So it'd be
Oh, sorry,
10.
yes. Sorry, yes. Sorry, I was looking down at, for some reason, I looked at the agility test. Yes, so you hit him in the head for 9 damage. Let me just check to see what armor they have, if they have any. They appear to have gang levers, so they get 1, but not on their head. So 9 damage to the head, take away their toughness. Oh wow, their toughness is low. Okay. I don't think there's any point me keeping track of his health, because end of your turn, well no, he gets 1d10 for fire damage.
Yeah, at the end of every turn.
Okay, no. So he's actually just screaming on fire. He somehow does not actually die from that. But he's quite... His skin is rather crispy at the moment. He's running, screaming on fire. He's not in a good way. He's really, really not in a good way.
And he also suffers 1 level of fatigue every round until it's extinguished.
It won't matter. It won't matter.
Because he just took a lot of damage.
It won't matter.
And I'm back.
Jenny, you are up.
What?
Jenny, you can hear someone. You can hear someone screaming as if they're on fire round the corner.
Does that happen often around here? I am going to...
It happens often with our cycle.
Actually, first time.
Yeah.
I am going to half move to here together with Hector because technically Hector has more move range than I do.
Yep.
And I'm just going to take out my Laslock.
Your gun. Well, okay, cool.
And I'm gonna... If it's already out, I'm just gonna charge it.
Sure. Your gun is charged. So, the other one, who is... Okay, no, he's a decent distance. So he runs to get a goosey gander at what's going on and listen to his friend screaming in pain. Darius, it's your turn. You can see an individual screaming in pain who has been set on fire.
Well then. Okay, I'm going to full move, I guess? Yeah, I'll full move up. I figure he's not going to be much of an issue because he's on fire, so...
Yeah, he's not doing so well.
There we go.
Sure, so you full move. Ezio, you're up.
Do I play it risky or do I kill him?
He's screaming on fire and looks like he could die at any moment, but for some cruel reason, he's still alive.
Just put him out of his misery.
No,
He looks like an individual who's just taken a Molotov to the face.
Stop, he's already dead.
11. God damn it, I forgot to add my movement. I knew I forgot something. I have an agility 3, what does it? How can I do
3,
that?
3, 6, 9, 12.
3, 6, 9, 18.
Oh, sorry, 18.
I always get that wrong.
You run the
I do
peoples.
because it's fantasy that I'm going. I normally go off of now.
It's because all the others are nice steps. I'm like,
Josh, can I stab him?
Would you have had?
tried
Would you have had
nine.
your? Would you have had your melee weapon drawn? Would be the first thing that I would ask for a charge. Secondly, he is on fire, so meleeing someone who's on fire, there is a chance. It's not a big chance, but there is a chance that you will set on fire.
oh god.
I mean, you can just run up there and barrel poke him. Because I'm pretty damn sure you have your rifle out.
You could use your if you hit him with your rifle, I'd be more tempted to be like, okay, he's got longer range. But if you're going in with a knife or something, yeah, there will be a test to be like, did you 10% chance of setting on fire, maybe?
I probably would have drawn my set holder anyway, so...
Oh, sorry, yes, charging, it would be 9 if you've got 3 movement.
Yeah. It's run that's 8, the really long one.
Yes.
You know what?
You could
Let
have
me
your weapons are already drawn. You don't have to draw your weapons. I didn't expect you to walk through those tunnels without your weapons drawn. So it's just what weapon would you have preferred to have whilst going through tunnels.
Since we are double tiles, do we also divide, or?
No. No, so essentially, Albie, rather than you can measure from any part of your token. So you're measuring from the back token, which is a really bad idea. You can measure from the front token. So actually, technically, you could charge, because that from the front token is 9. But if you're going the opposite direction, you could go from, you know...
I half move and I go for standard shot.
Okay, sure.
No, wait.
He's just gonna die anyway.
I mean...
Sure, you half move and standard shot.
Can I put the standard shot in a reaction?
No. You'd have to full action Overwatch if you wanted to do reaction shooting.
Alright, yeah, no, I already moved.
Dude,
I'll make
we're gonna...
another.
Okay. Do you full move?
Does he
another
take
individual.
fire damage?
Well, yeah, not every turn. Not every movement.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was mistaken then I would have shot him. Sorry. My bad.
No, he'll take damage on his turn. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, on his turn he takes that. Well, at the end of his.
yeah.
Yeah, at the end of his
Like,
turn.
if he took damage every time someone else had a turn, that'd be just overpowered.
I mean, it's pretty overpowered as it is. He has to still make a willpower test at the beginning of his turn in order to not just flail around and scream.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but someone else can always just run up and throw water on him.
Yeah.
Liliana, you're up.
I think I'm just gonna make my way, move through the people, see the guy, comment as I'm moving past and say toasty, and then just.
Sure.
I'm gonna do my full run move, but I'm gonna stop over. I'll stop over here, so I actually have cover if someone shoots. So if someone shoots from here, I have cover.
Oh, you have no cover. You're in a corridor that appears to be nothing. You have cover from the person. You have cover from the corner. But if anyone like where he is, oh yeah, your allies provide some cover in the fact of you get first comes first shoot. But yeah, there's no like actual cover to
the
hide.
cover I mean is
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
I'm
So
not
it's
gonna
his
run
turn. I've been looking forward to his turn. So willpower check. This is going to end badly.
Wait, is it his turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh no, sorry, I have to roll it. Oh, I did it one too soon. Okay. Fair
He
enough.
failed.
Just swap them over. No one will notice.
He's failed anyway. It'll be fine. So this individual is going to. He's going to full move run to there. So let me just show off a bit more of the map here, because you technically Ezio, well no, someone coming through there. Yeah, Ezio, you would definitely see. You can see one individual as you did a full move to that corner. This is why you can see him. You can see that there's one person down at the corner, and you saw another person move up. Fuck it, I'll reveal him as well. But only Ezio knows about those two at the moment. And that was only after he moved into position. So he moves all the way up there. The other poor fucker doesn't get to do shit, because he rolled a 24, needing a 21. So 1d10 as he runs around screaming, pleading for someone to help. He falls onto the floor and just burns away. Problem now with you guys is his ammo is in his weapon. So 1d100.
Oh dear.
37. Guess what happens? Oh, under 50. No, hang on, wait. No, let me just double check.
I can't remember critical damage table for.
It's over 50, it explodes. Under 50, it doesn't. So no, he rolls a 37, or his ammo rolls a 37. His weapon appears to cook off, but the ammo, for whatever reason, doesn't. I didn't even move the... Well, you're dead anyway. So goodbye. Another one. He also moves. So, Hector, is your turn.
Hector continues what he is doing. If anything, I would actually position him behind me.
Sure. No, I had a feeling he was going to be like a drone from a rigger.
I don't think I ever gonna use Hector in an offensive manner.
So Mordecai, you were
Nice
up.
to him later.
Oh, apologies, I removed him from the turn order, but I did not remove him from our world. So Mordecai, you are up as you see the individual you set ablaze on the floor, smouldering, still burning, his flesh cooking off of his skin, off his skeleton.
Is he? So he's still on fire.
Oh yes, oh yes.
I'm just gonna cast manipulate flame and put it out. That's okay, because I can extinguish it.
That is a half action, I believe.
Yeah, so I'm
So,
gonna
sure.
move to the corner. I'm gonna do it and then move to the corner.
Sure.
What? You don't like the smell of lung pig?
I don't like the idea of being set on fire myself.
So the warp flame that was upon his body smoulders out. It goes out, but well, actually no. You manipulate flame. It doesn't just have to be a warp flame. So the body goes out. You would note that it still smoulders, and the you're a pyromancer. I'll give you this.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll ask. Have you ever burnt someone to a crisp before?
He hasn't
Smells
burnt
like
people.
jerky.
He hasn't burnt people to a crisp before. He's used his fire in a research capacity, but
Okay, I'll give it to you then. If someone lights a match near him, he's going to go back up. Just because you put out the fire doesn't mean the gases are not still being released. So Mordecai, you extinguish him and move up. The flame does flicker out, but the body still smoulders and gases are released. Jenny, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna full move to there.
Cool. And apologies, there is also a door behind you, but it appears to be locked. I'm not about to do something Judasy and just have men rush you. So, over the smoulders remains of his friend, he's going to shoot at Ezio. And he has no choice. I really should have given some variety in weapons. So it's inaccurate, so they can't aim. It's actually at standard range. It's a -10, because it's got to be full auto. And no modifiers. Fire sprays around the chamber. God damn it. As bullets are just sprayed everywhere. Ezio, you were fired upon, but he missed, like, tragically. Darius, it is your turn. You hear a gun that sounds very familiar to yours.
I'm going for a run.
Sure.
Down to here.
You would also be aware that there's someone back there shooting.
Yeah.
So, Darius, you now also see the other two individuals. The other individual in the corner does not appear to be holding a weapon like yours. It is still a pistol.
Oh. If it's single shot, I call dibs.
Ezio, you are up. Someone just shot at you.
I return fire, half aim standard shot.
Okay, so how this is going to work is because you are both on corners. Wait, ruler. You're both on corners, technically. I mean, he has a proper corner, you kind of don't. I will give you that your left leg will be covered, and your left arm, but the same can be said for him, only the opposite. So his right arm and his right leg are in cover.
The other dude is also in cover from me.
Yes, you can't see him from where you are, but you did see him run across your sight into that corner.
Alright, I will keep firing on.
Sure, you can do a cooled shot if you want, but that is a full action minus 20 to your ballistic skill. You would still get the range and the single shot bonus, but you would not get an aim action.
I'll do the half aim standard shot.
Sure, if you hit him in the right extremities, it does no damage. Go ahead.
I believe the cold shot is just a normal. Oh, it's a full action.
When it's not flat, you go through the attack options. You are at 20, which I believe for your gun is short range for the
Yes.
stead holder.
I believe it's 100. So yeah, it's definitely short range.
So-
I hit him in the left.
Oh yes, in the 73. So that would be in the right leg. So as you fire, you just see a ping of plasteel concrete as your bullet impacts the wall.
I think there was a chart in Only War that had like the different covers.
Yes, there is for this in the GM's manual. I know that plasteel concrete is like 37 hit points. So
Yeah.
it's breaking through this is going to be impossible with your weaponry.
Can I try?
You can roll
Which does
damage.
do
You can roll,
damage to...
if you get a righteous fury, I'll have some. I'll take a quarter of the damage and it will go into him. Oh, so actually no, it wasn't close because you
That's
got a 5.
Halfway there.
Whoa!
Hey!
He moves. So Liliana, it is your turn. Jazina, how are you doing for time?
We'll have to be going in like 15 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Make it as well.
Okay, that should be all right.
Thing is, I can't actually move and see one of them to attack. Move down here and take cover again behind this lovely piece of cover. I'm gonna. Is there anything this way too, or is this just a wall?
It does, now that you've asked, lead to another door
Okay.
and a corner. You can only see a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move there and take cover for now.
Okay, Darius, this round's going to suck for you, my friend. So, the individual who is holding his pistol-like object out pulls the trigger. There are two barrels.
Because I ran.
Oh, it's minus 20 if you ran.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, it is inaccurate, so no aim. Oh god, why do I do these inaccurate? It's at maximum range because you're at 20.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, you're at 12, so it's over half range is 10, so it's at standard range, so nothing for that. And he is firing a standard shot. Oh yeah, and then minus 20.
It's double barrel.
He misses. Hang on, let me no, I think it's still got to be in the 90s. Oh no, it doesn't have. No, it's okay. I are confused. So he misses massively as the trigger comes down. There's just this boof, and you hear something scatter across the wall, Darius, near you, but still, a person's width away from you. You imagine it's some kind of buckshot. This individual, seeing his friends shoot, hearing one friend scream, he's actually gonna. Would he run in front or no? He's gonna full move to there. So Hector stays with Master. Mordecai, you're up.
I am going to run and what was it? It's 18, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm gonna run up into there.
Sure. I will show you a little bit more. So if natural hundreds and failures had not occurred, yes. Hang on. Jetty.
Wait, what?
Yes, I did just lead you round in a circle.
I knew you. I had a feeling.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah. There's only so many places we can go.
Usually, wait a moment.
Right.
Oh,
So
no.
Hector is not stuck in the level geometry.
Oh no, you could have come through the door, but you never. Failed tests. So was that a half move or a full move?
Full move.
Okay. So, this other individual who can see many, many more targets, he is also going to fire at Darius, because Darius was the first one who came round the corner to him. And he's, well, although, they're not intelligent enough. These guys are underhyped gangers, they're not that intelligent. I was thinking, would like one of them watch one corner, you know, like the shotgun guy, you know, holds one position and the other guy on the corner holds another position. But no, they really wouldn't. These are, oh god, it went behind a character sheet. So it's standard range. No, sorry, short range.
That should be short range, yeah.
So again, much like every time these idiots have fired, a lot of noise and a lot of bullets fired, but it goes everywhere. You, Darius, would notice the tick, 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 tick after he's fired all of his rounds.
Yeah, I was counting on that. Yeah. 1 second.
If only someone had a grenade. Actually, Mordecai, you would probably let the group see a little bit further around the corner.
Ooh, hello.
I can set them all on fire.
Fire.
Fire. I've now got that song in my head. Damn you.
Aha. Okay. Yeah. So, let me double check this. There is a. No, this is going to be awkward, but. So that's like 30 degrees, right?
Yep, that's about right.
Yeah. Okay, so all of those guys there are going to be shot with fire.
They're all shot with suppression fire. Okay.
Yeah.
So they all need to make willpower checks. Firstly,
I need to roll, see if there's any stray hits. Can't do an aim. It is short range. And suppressive fire. Oh! Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Oh well, no stray hits.
so you don't actually hit any of them, but you fire sporadically down the corridor, and all of them just hit the floor. Panic rips through them as they just cling to the floor. The one on the corner just hugs the corner. Hang on. Wouldn't he just pull round the corner? I think I'll probably rule it that this one pulls round the corner. Rather
because
than...
that was a full auto test, they should have had -20 to that, by the way.
Yeah, no, okay. So he's going to stay on his corner and just hunker down. But you don't hit any of them. But I believe if they try and move, whilst...
They can only make a half action until they succeed a willpower test.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, if they move whilst being suppressed, don't you get to shoot them again? Or is that...
No, that's Overwatch.
Okay, right. So I got those two mixed. Right, so they're screwed, basically.
As long as they don't get attacked until their
Actually,
next turn.
Did they go prone when failed?
I think it just have them move to cover.
Ah, okay. So then, technically... they move as far into... Well, he can't actually move, so... shit for him. So these guys stay standing, he goes prone. He's on the floor. Which is actually bad if you want to shoot at him. But, oh well. Ezio. You're up. You can see... this... Go from the corner. You can see this you can see this individual here. I'll probably say unobstructed because he's just leapt back trying to avoid Darius's suppression fire. So have at it.
Half aim stands.
Sure.
I hit.
You do indeed hit. I'm gonna say, because they're suppressed, that they don't have a reaction. Doesn't make much
they
sense.
take reactions.
They do have.
They're pinned.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Well then.
It's weird. They can still take half action, or they can still take free actions and reactions, but they can only use a half action.
So sadly, Ezio, even though he's in panic from jumping back, he just lunges back even further. Hang on, wait.
Wrong way around again.
He fails. So for some reason, my brain tonight is flipping them. So he tries to get back, but he just moves further into your sights, and with a 77, you shoot him straight in the right leg.
58.
Left leg, damn it. Oh no.
So it's 85.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's 50. It's an 85, isn't it? Which means it was the left leg. Ah.
Yeah. Sweet.
But sadly, the impact is not massive. Oh, is there any... No pen. I keep forgetting these guys have got hive levers on. Gang levers.
Maybe if we kill one without setting him on fire, we might be able to just nick some.
Maybe.
Precisely.
Maybe.
I mean, I am spraying fully automatic at them. It's not.
His friend is going to... Can he actually move up? That's a good question. He would have to full move. No one's dumb enough to full move into fully automatic fire. He's going to step back. Even gangers aren't that dumb. Liliana, you're up.
From behind cover, I'm gonna focus myself, and I'm gonna try to smite the living shit out of many mo. Let's see if I can actually grab this tiger by the tail. I do believe I get a +10 because of my...
You don't take any negatives because he's prone. I know that much because it's a psychic power.
Yeah, no, the thing I'm thinking more is my sight focus. My sight focus, I don't remember. I do think I have it, right? I have my sight focus. It's a +10. Hey!
So he gets to dodge, I believe, your smite. He fails.
I don't think so.
Let me just check how much...
Oh, actually, he should have taken a -10 because he is prone. I think that's one of the few times when you take minuses to your dodge. So yeah, he had like a 1%
Minus
chance.
20, actually.
Oh, well,
Evasion
yes.
test.
Still a 1% chance. So let's see the damage from your Schmidt.
Let me just check how much damage smite does. 1d10 plus psi rating, then 4. So
1d10 plus 2.
It's a psi rating you cast at, so.
ooh, that's not a lot of damage. But let me just check something because I do remember something about this. It's being like it's a psychic barrage.
Yes,
Oh,
so
it's-
if you
that's full
it's-
auto?
no, so you have, if you want to cast multiples, you have to cast at a lower level or a higher level. So if you cast at
Psychic
psi level
barrage.
3, you get 3 psychic bolts. If you cast at psi rating 2, you get 2 psychic
okay.
bolts.
No.
Psychic
No,
barrage is a class of bolt similar to semi-automatic weapon. If the focus test succeeds, then Psychic produces 1 psychic bolt with an initial degree of success plus 1 for every 2 additional degrees.
cannot exceed the effective psi rating when using the power.
My psi rating is 2, so that
You
means
only
I
get
do
2
2d10.
bolts.
Did you cast at psi rating 2?
So
Okay. Yeah. Then you get 2 bolts.
penetration 4. Why is my damage so low? Technically, it's an 8 and a 7 and 4.
Oh, because you haven't got the plus 2 on there.
Yeah, the plus.
Okay.
Boop.
Okay. Right then. So, okay. He did.
Juliana's gonna grin as you see aquamarine sparks start to form around her hand. And she's just gonna blast the living crap out of him.
Okay. So, let me see. This one, okay, so he has to do a willpower check to snap out of it. He fails. So he only gets half actions. So he's going to scream Psyker. And he can only take half actions, so he might as well just spray the Psyker. So he's aiming through Darius. Basically, we'll see if Darius wants to get in the way.
I'm getting in the way.
He can't aim. This is at standard range. No, short range. Standard, I think. I think the last time it was standard. Yes, it's 1 over. So standard range. Yeah. And he has to do fully automatic. But there are no more negatives for him. So here goes. 2 shots.
Oof.
2 hits. Darius, I'll leave it up to you if you would like to take these shots or if you just want to bypass them altogether.
I'll take the shots.
Okay, so as he fires down, Darius, rather than trying to dodge or move out of the way, puts himself in harm's way. You, just to be aware, taking the shots means that you don't get a dodge. Because obviously dodging out of the way would mean that Liliana's going to get hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can dodge out of the way, it's fine.
No, technically, so Darius doesn't need to dodge. Because you've used him as cover, he gets the choice, is how I'm going to do it. If he chooses to take the blows, then, there's no dodge. Because he's protecting you. So, are you sure?
Technically, it's fine for him to dodge. Like, seriously. Out of character, you can dodge. I'm not gonna mind at all. No, will Liliana.
Seems that Darius has made his decision.
Take it.
Ooh. The number of Zeech, I believe. Oh,
Motherfucker,
yes.
it's two more sevens.
No, it's Nurgle, isn't it? It's Nurgle.
Yeah! And they keep appearing! It's always 7!
For those of you who don't watch the fantasy game, that's where this comes from. Ow.
All the goddamn time.
Oh, okay.
Number
I try to...
You
know
do
to
get
whom he sacrificed.
you do get to remove toughness. If you had armor, you'd remove armor. Now he
Yeah,
rolled a 71, so I believe that's right leg, and then right leg. Because I believe it hits in the same place twice on the multiple hit location chart.
Yep, then it goes up. Let me double check. I don't think no, I don't have armor. So yeah, take 4 from each. Minus 8. Oh, great. Guess how much health I have left.
Is it not much?
Are you on 0?
Is it
No.
on 7?
Yes, it's on 7. This is ridiculous. Nurgle, leave. Get out.
So I tell you what, as Nurgle has made his presence known, the camera zooms out as combat is well and truly joined against our Inquisitorial agents and the Acid Riot. Next time, will they quickly and easily dispatch the enemy, or will the fear that has now riddled through their bodies, hearing that a Psyker is on the field? We'll find out in the next episode. So, I hope you've enjoyed this episode and are looking forward to the next one. And remember, on Thursday we have our Warhammer Fantasy campaign, where we'll see if more 7s do appear for our dear friend Geddy. Until then, take care everyone, and as always, bye bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.